Hello everyone, this is Amanita. Welcome to your pick a pile reading on love and relationships today. So we have 4 piles here. Make sure you meditate upon the question before you choose which pile you would like, or multiple piles is fine too. For our first pile we have a jade crystal. For the second pile we have a dried rose. And the third pile is a butterfly necklace. And the fourth pile is a handmade cute little bear necklace. So pick your pile and I'll see you there. Timestamps in the description. Hello everyone who picked the jade. So jades are known to bring good luck, prosperity, abundance, a lot of luck and love. It's like a 4-leaf clover kind of crystal. So we have for your love and relationships, earth stewardship. So you might be someone who kind of has a lot of responsibility, or a caretaker of some sort, or you might act as someone who does a lot of caretaking for those that you're in relationships with. This doesn't have to be romantic relationships either. This can be with children, or maybe you do act as a very caretaker for a partner or for a mother or anything of the sort, or even possibly being a nurse, like any people that you have relationships with crystals. So you might be someone who does work with energy in some way, someone who does some sort of healing work, or you literally do work with crystals. You might have a strong relationship and a connection with crystals. You might have just a very strong connection with the earth in general. With the Maker 6 and 3 of Earth, I do see you as someone who does give a lot. You give a lot of your effort and your time and your generosity to others. And crystals can help you with this for your love and relationships. If you are someone who does tend to give a lot away or attract any sort of just too much around you, there's a lot of crystals that can help with that. Like if you need more protection, or if you need more energy, more vitality, crystals can be beneficial in your relationships right now. For whatever the case is, I would recommend, looking up crystals for whatever it is, the theme of your life right now. Maybe you need more protection, maybe you need more harmony in your relationships, but you are someone in your relationships who's very generous, who you do give a lot to others, and it's important to make sure that you're also receiving the amount that you're giving into your relationships as well, making sure you're not on empty. And with our 3 of Earth here, I do think you're someone who's has a skill that people rely on you for, is what I'm feeling with this. Like you do have to kind of put in a lot of your time and effort for other people in the service that you're doing, whether this is in a relationship or not. People might rely on you a lot, and you might feel a lot of responsibility in your relationships at this time. And I'm also seeing in this, I'm seeing are those moths or butterflies on her? I'm not sure. But a sense of you having to play a role where people need to ask for your opinions or your efforts in some way in your life. You might have that, and you might be someone who relies that likes that people kind of rely on you for your skill set, and that you're happy to be of service to people. And with our 8 of Cups coming in, I am feeling like with this imagery for this card in this deck, I am feeling like it's gonna be beneficial for you to do some sort of cleansing on yourself and your energy field. Because with the parrot here, with the Seer of Feathers, I'm feeling like there are people that are really reliant upon you, because you're very responsible, I'm feeling, and people rely on you to do a lot for them. So it's like you have a lot of younger people, or a lot of people who don't know much about a certain subject, to come to you often, and it's like just making sure you're getting that time away for yourself, because with this imagery in this card, I'm seeing this as like, you know, having some time to rejuvenate, to cleanse, to take some time to yourself, to get away from it all, you know. That's going to be important in your relationships at this time. With the Guardians, shielding, defense, and warning, yeah, it's important that you're not giving away your energy to people who, and you're like, where you're just feeling yourself being left drained in some way, you know. So make sure you're not giving too much away, and you're heeding caution and taking notice to those people who are just using you in some way, and just leaving those things behind, and you know, purifying, cleansing those things from your life at this time, and really only collaborating with people who are giving, who you're also receiving from once after you give to them. Because with our parrot here, I'm seeing this as other people whom you share ideas with, communications. These can be acquaintances, these can be some friends, but you have a lot of, you know, lighthearted, good times with these people. This could be in a business endeavor, this could be in just a relationship you're on dating apps. But you know, if you are someone doing those things, make sure you're being careful about who you're surrounding yourself with, and you're not being drained of your resources and of your energy. As crystals are energy, of course, everything is, but this water, though, I'm seeing these waterfalls. This looks like almost the same place. Have you ever been to Sedona? You should go to Sedona. Thinking about vortexes right now. And I'm seeing like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot going on in this card for you, but this looks like the same place right now. Like, taking a little time to yourself and taking a retreat to yourself, maybe going on like a trip with your partner, or going out in nature with your partner if you have a partner, or maybe going on a date in nature, can be really beneficial for you now, or just taking time to yourself to get away from it all in nature in some capacity. But this cleansing waterfalls and this nature, these red rocks, these mountains seem to be something that could be very healing for you at this time, and maybe also help you gain more ideas, gain more clarity of mind, gain more insight, more energy. You can be someone who does work a lot in the nature. I'm also looking at this this dragon. I thought it was snake at first, but I'm looking at this dragon. So there is a need, you know, for asserting your own personal power and integrity in some way. I'm thinking about like this tiger's eye right here, right in front of this, that this is a very beneficial, this could be a very beneficial crystal for you. Also this one called, I have no idea what it's called. It's sometimes called a dragonstone. I'm gonna leave it in the description, because I'm feeling like those can be very beneficial for you right now, and to aid you in your relationships. But it's just like, I needed to get together with people and collaborate, but also making sure that those people aren't going to be a drain on your energy and of your resources. And with the promise, you have the soulmates, attraction, and partnership. So if you are in a relationship, this relationship is very beneficial to you right now. This give and receive that you're having, what you are putting your energy into, is very genuine of a relationship. Just making sure, of course, you're not giving too much away, you're giving and receiving. But I feel with your relationships right now, it could be really beneficial for you to get out in nature and to kind of, you know, if you don't have the finances, you know, you can go somewhere for very low cost. You can just go outside with your partner or something. Get out in nature, get away from the daily life, get away from all the mental chatter and stuff, and just go and rejuvenate with this person. Go and have a good time with this person if there is a person in your life at this time. And if you are someone who's looking for a relationship and you are talking to someone, I'm feeling like the person who, if you find yourself in a relationship with someone who is giving you a lot, this person seems to be genuine. If there's people just where you're feeling kind of drained, you know, pay attention to how you feel after, basically, is what I'm saying. Pay attention to how you feel after you hang out with the person, because the person who's leaving you feeling drained is not the person to be spending your time with right now, or activities or endeavors that you're giving your energy to. It's not a good time for that right now. But in this relationship, whether if it's a business relationship, I'm seeing it as being very beneficial for you, but there's a need to cleanse and rejuvenate right now in your relationships and get clear on things. But let me roll the dice for you for your love and relationships. So with Pluto, this is all about power, death, rebirth, kind of getting to the heart and soul of a matter. But there could be power struggles right now in the area of like your own kind of crafts, your own skills, your own collaborations with people. There might be power struggles in your relationships that kind of need more of a give and take, that need more balance to them and more harmony to them. But there is someone that you do want to get in a very soul connection with someone, though, as Pluto is represents the soul. So there is someone that you have a soul connection with, and you are kind of in the same area of enjoyments of what you do for your hobbies and for your work, because the 5th house has to do with your creativity, your self-expression, your hobbies, you know, what you do for fun. Also, like, you know, childhood, inner child type of dynamics as well. And when it falls on the 8 of Cups, I can see this as needing to kind of cleanse some things of the past and review over things of your childhood, because thinking about inner child, but also going and spending time with a love affair with a partner in nature as well, and also doing your hobbies in nature, just getting out more with your partner, getting out more with people. And with Aquarius, we have originality, innovation, humanitarian work. So whether or not you do have a partner and you are doing a lot of humanitarian work, this is going to be very beneficial and reap you some rewards in this month, in this time that you're watching this, at least. But there is a need to kind of, right now you are kind of detached from the situation, but there's just a need to have a little bit more enjoyment right now in your relationship, and a little more just lighthearted fun in your intimate connections right now. So let me roll the dice for you once again. So 7, we have our relationships, of course, relating one-on-one to people. Neptune is idealism in your relationship. So there could be some idealism, but this could be something that is very spiritual and deep soul connection that brings you a lot of bliss. Making sure that it's not an illusion, though, of course, and you're not wearing rose-colored glasses in your relationship. It's going to be really important. Sagittarius is your beliefs, your philosophies, your spirituality, long distance travels. These can all be things beneficial to bring into your relationship right now. And making sure you're not, you know, Sagittarius is very idealistic as well, and so is Neptune. So making sure you're not wearing rose-colored glasses in your relationship and you're facing the things that do need to be faced right now. But I'm seeing this relationship, or kind of coming in right here, being very beneficial to what you guys have common goals. Basically, you do have common ideals and common goals right now. And also cleansing any beliefs that are limiting you from finding love and peace and abundance in your life right now. I'm sure, yeah, because in the past you might have had some relationships or some things happen that kind of left you a little unsure and a little untrusting. But there is a need to open up a little bit more, of course with caution. Leave those old past dynamics in the past and time to move on now. Let down your guard, let down your shield a little bit, and be open to receiving at this time. And also, I'm feeling planning might be something important for you, planning right now. But really taking some time to yourself now and being more open and trusting, open to receiving at this time. You know, pay attention to who's messaging you too. Pay attention to the messages you're receiving from people and the messages around you. I feel it's going to be important right now. And who chose this rose? So let's see what we have for your love and relationships this month. Not even this month, just for right now. So you have Jade. I just did the pile for Jade. That could be noteworthy for either yourself or for the maybe someone your inquiry is on. Just saying that now. But so we have Jade, immortality and balance, fulfillment. So in this relationship is making you feel like very spiritually connected right now. It's helping you to feel very fulfilled in your life. It's helping you to feel very well, like it says, immortal, like nothing can break you down. This relationship is strong. That's what I'm feeling off of this. Also, searching for fulfillment. For some of you, this can be seeking this immortality through a relationship, through a significant other, but searching for fulfillment. On the lookout for some love. It looks like water, love, intimacy, romance, spirituality. So whether this is a romantic relationship or not, like this can be your connection to like spirit or whatever you call things for yourself. This can be seeking that spiritual fulfillment, that relationship fulfillment, that emotional fulfillment is what you're really looking for right now, and finding it in a very authentic and pure way. Though you want authenticity, you don't want no fake. Dreamscape, dreamwork, subconscious, and imagination. For some of you right now, you might be trying to kind of manifest yourself a partner or a soulmate or some sort of connection for yourself, and you might be doing a lot of kind of visualization, you know, like law of attraction work. But also this can also be a message that paying attention to your dreams right now and what's kind of coming in clairvoyantly, what you're seeing or things around you, what keeps showing up for you might be something important to you right now. But doing these kind of things right now, doing some work in your subconscious, maybe ridding of old fear programming in the Akashic or things of that sort, so you can find that immortality, so you can find that pure heart, so you can find that fulfillment, so you can find that love in your life right now. Also, I'm looking at this black cat right now, the mysteries, and this crow. I'm seeing a lot of mystery in this right now. And a mist, I'm seeing a mist around her. Maybe it's a kind of unclear at this time. Is that a mushroom right there? You might be someone who does do psychedelics or something of the sort, or mushrooms might be important to you in some way. Maybe you're Maybe you're a vegan, maybe you like to eat healthy. Health might be important to you. And crystals, I'm looking at those crystals. Inspirational creation, alchemy, the elements, innovation. I am seeing you right now as like doing some sort of visualization work or guided meditations. Things of that sort are going to be beneficial for you right now in terms of your relationships. Whether you're in a relationship right now, you know, visualize yourself and put yourself in that space where you are fulfilled and you already have everything, you know. Just creating that for yourself in that way, and being creative with in your relationships right now as well. Relationship right now might bring you a lot of innovation. It might bring you a lot of balancing of the elements, kind of bringing it all together for you. Because this is a general reading, it's kind of hard for me to tell you like, oh, this relationship is so great for you right now. But if this is about, if you're watching this for a relationship, I am feeling like this is a very beneficial relationship for you currently. It's really helping you to do your inner work, and it's helping you to be the best you that you can be and really live from the heart. But of course, you don't need anyone to do that. You can do that for yourself. And I do feel like you know that, though. I feel like you know that you're the best you. This can be your relationship with yourself. This might be seeking more self-love as well. And dragon, I'm seeing, I was looking at a dragon for the jade pile as well, and I was saying that it could be beneficial for them. These two crystals, I forgot what this is called, I'm going to put in the description, and this tiger's eye crystal can be beneficial for you right now, but for them, for the jade pile, is what I'm telling you right now. But really, you know, using your emotions and using your kind of resources around you to create something that you really love for yourself right now and improve your relationships in that way, because it's really we're seeking balance here in our relationships. So kind of balance between, you know, the conscious and the subconscious. Make sure you're not being too idealistic and not too realistic, you know. So seeking that balance in your relationships right now is going to be beneficial. And don't avoid doing that too. Magpie is the 7 of feathers, so you know, traditionally this card can have to do with some sort of avoidance or getting away with something that, you know, some sort of trickery. So make sure people around you aren't playing you. For one thing, make sure you're not wearing the rose-colored glasses like I said in any situation. Make sure you're not avoiding any harsh truths. It's just a need for more balance, you know. It's not anything like insane going on, but make sure you're not avoiding important details right now. And not giving away the key to your heart to people who are just gonna throw it away. Because yeah, with the 5 of Swords, I'm seeing this as like in the past there might have been situations where you've been left kind of like, and this is in your subconscious right now, that kind of needs to be seen and worked through it so you can gain the key and move on and do your alchemy thing and find your fulfillment and find your love, find that balance in your life. Because I am feeling like for some of you there are some things in your subconscious mind that, you know, situations where you just felt like you lost, like you just took a big L, and you might be kind of scared to face those things, but it's important that you face those things so that we can move on and we can find our fulfillment and we can find our love. We can find that intimate connection with others once again. With 3 of Wands, water, 3 of water. Seeking more joy, more friendship in your life right now. Whether this is with a community or with a romantic partner, because I do feel like there are situations in the past where that are gonna need to be faced this month in terms of your love and your relationships that you haven't been wanting to face. But really look at these with a clear eye and look at them for as they truly are, to bring more joy into your life at this time, because there is a need to move past those things right now. Because we do have some, so we have 6, 7, 1, 5. So, you know, you, your will, your action, your relationships, relationship alchemy, I'm feeling like, but I'm feeling like this month to seek, you know, to find this true emotional fulfillment and this love and this intimacy, to find this balance, there's a need to go into the subconscious mind and to rid of old kind of fears and programming of the past that have been kind of keeping you from your bliss and keeping you from your joy and keeping you from your fun. Also, you know, making sure you're not putting all into one thing too. I'm feeling like it's kind of like going to have fun with your friends or something and not just focus too much on this one thing, you know, like making sure you're having some fun in your life right now and in your relationships. So let me roll for pile 2, what we got going on for their love and relationships. Okay, that just fell on the ground. So we have the South Node, which is your past and what you're familiar with. So that's why I'm feeling, you know, these are things of the past that might be playing out again, or things, memories of the past, things that you're thinking about that happened in the past. With the 6th house, we have your work, your health, your daily routine, also service, small animals, diseases, you know, health. So these can all be areas, like this can be very much on your mind and what you're working on in your day-to-day life, seeking fulfillment every day and in your work. I'm going to get that dice actually. So we have Capricorn, which is kind of like discipline, work. So I am feeling like right now you've been very busy on your work and you know, what you're trying to accomplish, but there is a bit more need for some fun, you know, at the same time. Like I said, balance, definitely balance. There's a need to balance the work and the play. Whether it is that you're doing too much play and not enough work, or too much work, not enough play, there's a need to balance those elements in your life right now and in your relationships. Making sure you're having those serious conversations, but also making sure you're having that love. And because relationships are work, you know, relationships are work, but they don't have to be all work and they don't have to be all fun. So let me roll again for pile 2's loving relationships. So our 5th house is our creativity, our self-expression, our hobbies, our children, and the Sagittarius is our beliefs, philosophies, spirituality, religion, optimism, faith, long distance travel. We have our South Node again, which is our past. So, you know, all I'm really feeling with this pile is that there's a need to balance between your joys and your works. Because the relationships you are in your life right now, they're not the same ones that were doing this to you in the past. And if you still have these people in the past that were leaving you feeling like, always leaving you feeling kind of, you know, not very good about yourself, then it's really time to let those go at this time, you know. But making sure you're seeing things very clearly now and focusing on what you really want in your life, focusing on your own future and not everyone else right now. And also, if you do have children, you know, or if you do want children, I'm feeling like this is a time like where you could have a child and create something with someone in some way. It doesn't have to be a child. Okay, other than that, there is a lot of green and blue right here, like these kind of turquoisey colors, healing energy. So there is a need for healing, but there is a need for creativity as well. There is a beautiful rainbow waiting for you. Balance, harmony. Once you get that key that you need, that you feel is being hidden from you, or that's in your subconscious in some way. But yeah, make sure you're not being too idealistic, and make sure you're not being too realistic, basically. Just find the balance. And find that joy and love, like what brings you true joy, what brings you love. Okay. So, you know, using your own personal power as well. So that is what I have for those of you who chose this pile. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please subscribe to see more Pick a Pile readings, and I'll see you next time. Hello, everyone who chose these butterflies. So, let's see what we have for your love and relationships at this time, what messages we have. So we have Moldavite, receiving the light, accepting assignment. So with the butterflies and with Moldavite, I am feeling like in your relationships right now, you kind of have like a lot that you want to do, and it might be hard for you to be able to kind of find that time to put in the effort for your relationships right now, because you might be kind of having like something that you're feeling called to, where it's leaving you a little less time in your relationships right now. For others of you though, this can be like this, well, okay, for some of you, there's some relationships that are going to be leaving as you move on to kind of a new chapter of your life right now. Crystal clear intention. I do feel like there's something that you're really focused on right now, and relationships, your relationships with others aren't the biggest part of it, but for others of you, it can be like you're really wanting to bring like some sort of manifestation of a new relationship, whether it be, you know, business, friendship, romantic, into your life, and you're very focused on bringing that in right now. I do feel like you're being called somewhere, and that's kind of what you're following right now. You're really aiming, you're really shooting, you're really paying attention to signs and symbols around you, and really tuning into what's in your heart and what you truly want, like what's in your heart of hearts. And really aiming that kind of energy from your heart to what you want, you know? But you're very focused right now on what you want. You know what you want to, like, you know what you want to feel, you know what you want, you know where you're being called, and you're being called to, you know, somewhere, to a much higher place right now. So in your love and relationships, you might feel like, you know, it's just not a big focus on your life right now, but also, since this is a general reading, I have to say, for others of you, this is kind of like, if you are very focused on a relationship right now, and you're really knowing like what kind of relationship you want, really trying to bring it into manifestation, really trying to bring something pure into your life, really, then that's kind of another message for you if you are very focused on your relationship right now. Because I have 22 right here, and that's 2 is a number of balance, of partnership. 22 equals 4, and 4, this is a master builder number, so really trying to manifest something in your life right now in some way, you know, whatever that is for you. That does not have to be like, that doesn't have to be a relationship even, but this is what you're really focused on. You're really focusing on manifesting this thing into your life, and you really know what you want, and you really are focused on getting that, and you really have, and this is a very pure thing, like I said, this is, you know, something, accepting assignment. This might not even be something that you necessarily like think of as being the most optimal or the most fun or something, but it's just really what you feel called to right now, and it's really what you're putting your focus into. You're really listening to the messages around you, receiving those messages, and you're accepting that assignment, basically. Really like kind of finding your purpose. With spider, yeah, it's kind of like a very destined thing, as I've been kind of saying here, like kind of fate going on. You might have relationships kind of falling around you at this time. As you did pick the butterfly, and that has a lot to do with transformation and freedom. Another thing I wanted to say was that recently I found out that like a group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope, which I thought was really cool. That kind of looks like a kaleidoscope, I guess, you know, on this card, crystal clear intention. But that's really cool, I didn't know that. Anyway, with our spider, we kind of have like you moving on to a new chapter in your life of like kind of receiving signs and symbols that you're following right now. Like finding who you truly are in this world and following that right now. So this isn't even much to do with like relationships yet, but you're just really manifesting into your life, using your willpower, you know, shooting your arrow. You got your aim, steady aim. You know what you want, you're focused on that. This is you being very clear in intention and knowing what you want, being introspective, you know, open to anything right now. Creativity right now too, some orange in here. Got the purples, the rainbows, greens. I mean, all the colors, really. We have all the colors here. So this is a very, I'm seeing this as a more like spiritual endeavor right now. This is like goes pretty deep right here. But just like trying to manifest this thing into your life right now. Like you're the magician right now. You are the magician, you know what you want, and you're going after it. With our messenger of earth, so traditionally night is the Knight of Pentacles, so the Virgo card, who's very introspective, detailed, just very service oriented, focused on his work, he's humble. You're a humble servant. I mean, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, you're just really focused on this work that needs to get in this world that you came here to do. You're focused on what your purpose is right now. And it's kind of like there might be people falling away. There might be people coming in that are all part of this thing that you're trying to do right here. And with our death card, yes, we do have you going through a transformation. We do have you letting go of things of the past. We have new things coming in, you know, deaths, births, and renewals going on right now. Crazy times, crazy times. This is really big right now. This is exciting for you, actually. It might feel kind of like, what is going on? I don't know where I'm going, but I'm aiming to all I know what to aim at right now. I'm accepting this assignment, and I'm going after it right now. I mean, but this has probably been going on for a while, and things are starting to become a little bit more clear for you. But you've definitely been going through this transformational process. There's even a butterflies on this card going into this portal right now. So the kaleidoscope, it's the kaleidoscope, like I was saying. Oh my God. So yeah, we have this kaleidoscope of butterflies going in this portal, like going in this spider of destiny, weaving your life, you know. This is crazy right now. Lots of synchronicity in these cards. I'm excited. Sorry, I'm just so excited. You might be really excited too. Like, I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling like very passionate right now. I'm feeling like I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to manifest this. I'm ready for it all to come. There's a sense of kind of wanting to tap in right now. So a little more patience here. But the people, the places, the things are coming into your life right now. So in terms of your love and relationships, your heart is really pointed towards your assignments right now, towards the receiving the light. Your heart's pointed towards what you're working on, your transformations. You're really focused on your own personal kind of development right now. And you know, if relationships are involved in that, then relationships are involved in that. You know, the people who are going to come in, who are going to come in. The people who are going to leave are going to leave, because some people aren't going to come with you on your next chapters. To just know that right now. hairless cat here. Very wise energy. Very wise. I've learned a lot. Like, I'm doing it. This is a big reading, you know. There's just a lot going on for you. Like, this is a major turning point, a major transformation. But yeah, let's see what we got for pile 3 for their love and relationships. Aquarius energy is humanitarian. It's original, innovative, kind of cold, detached, aloof. With the like minds, technology, metaphysics, you know, just being unique, being you. 11th house, more Aquarian energy, so this has to do with kind of your hopes and dreams and ideals and, you know, that utopia that you're building, and like minds, friends, groups of people, humanitarian ideals, technology, humanitarian, elder siblings as well, elder siblings, so it's very humanitarian work. And with Jupiter, we have luck, we have expansion, we have wisdom, we have long distance travel, we have law, we have philosophy, beliefs. So your beliefs have been going through this transformational process right now. A lot of beliefs are ending and being reprogramming, and a lot of wisdom being gained from this death process right now. You're very collective minded. Crazy events might be happening for you right now. So let's roll the dice for you once again for love and relationships. For your North Node, this is your growth. This is what you're unfamiliar with, so this is a very unfamiliar territory, but this is all towards, you know, your growth. With the 2nd house, we have your resources, your finances, possessions, security, your values, and your worth. So these can all be important to you, maybe accumulating sort of resources or in some way, or maybe finding more self-value, or finding what your true values are and being keeping in integrity with those, and finding your self-worth, finding your true self-worth, trying your true, being you, being who you are truly, and staying true to that. Okay. Let's see. With Sagittarius energy, this is more Jupiter energy, so this is about your beliefs, faith, optimism, philosophy, spirituality, long distance travels, wisdom, you know, guru. So I really see you having this big goal and this big idea that you're aiming towards right now, and you're really falling towards this unknowable territory at this time. And accumulating the resources you need, you know, staying true to yourself and your values, knowing your worth. So that is what I have for you who chose pile 3. And I'll see you next time in my next pick a pile reading. Please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hello everyone who chose the necklace, but this was made by yours truly right here. Not the most technical, you know, but you know, I did my best. So this is for your love and relationships, so let's see what we've got going on in your love and relationships. So we have Chrysocolla, Breakthrough, and Deja Vu. So it is Mercury retrograde as I record this, so I'm feeling like you might have people from your past reappearing at this time for some of you, or you have situations where you're like, hasn't this happened before? Like cycles repeating themselves right now in your love and relationships. But also another thing is can be like in your love and relationships, you finally having this realization and this breakthrough, breaking through a pattern, breaking through a cycle, just being done with a certain way of doing things in your relationships, and it's bringing you a lot of clarity. And this clarity is bringing you, this breakthrough is, you're being more in your own personal power right now. You're taking your power back at this time in your relationships, and if you aren't, then it's going to be beneficial to do that, is to you know, be centered, balance your power, you know, make sure you're not manipulating anyone and you're not allowing anyone to manipulate you, but, you know, using your will for love, you know, not for manipulation. Using that driving force for true, like, integrity, you know, but really finding that vitality again, finding that energy, finding that action again, find that, you know, life, like sun energy, solar energy. Got trust, overcoming doubts, insecurities, and patience. So in your relationships, you might have been having a lot of doubts in your own personal insecurities. You might have been like, oh, like, I'm not good enough for this person, and like having a lot of negative self-talk for some of you, and you're really taking back your own personal power and being like, you know what, no, I'm not below anyone, I'm not above anyone either, I'm not going to manipulate anyone, or, you know, doing those things out of your own insecurities, of course. And there has been a need for patience, though, in this endeavor. It might have felt like a struggle for a while, but it's finally like you get to that breakthrough. Don't, like, I finally see clearly, I don't have to deal with this anymore, I'm taking back my power, and, you know, overcoming all these doubts in your relationship, and just allowing yourself to do what the steps that was necessary, whether it was leaving a relationship, or whether it was finally asserting yourself, or, you know, whatever the case was, you know, having this breakthrough in some sort of way. And now, you know, trusting in the process, as I do feel like in the past there's a lot of fears and traumas surrounding this, though. So it's kind of like just a nightmare. The relationship might have been a nightmare. It might still be a nightmare. If the relationship is still a nightmare, then, you know, listen to these other messages that I'm saying about, you know, taking your power back, staying centered, you know, being patient, and just trusting in processes, you know, seeing things as they truly are and everything, having this breakthrough. Chrysocolla is also very good for public speaking. It's good for your, like, you know, saying the truth of how you feel, I think, because since this is good for public speaking, this is all about feelings, speaking your truth, speaking the truth. And because this card is always like things appearing worse than they actually are. So in this situation, things might have just appeared like a complete nightmare and just, you know, awful, but there was a need kind of to go through this so that you can find your own personal power, so you can find your center again. So take back your power, you know. Because in this relationship, it's left you feeling very overwhelmed, overburdened by so many responsibilities. And that's why I do feel like in this relationship, always, you know, speaking your truth in your relationships, and not taking on too much, not taking on too many burdens without saying anything, not doing everything on your own. And also, some of you, there could be a need for a little more simplicity in your life. As we see this man, like, trying to get out of these, he has, like, all these religious kind of symbols on his back, all these kind of, and wands and stuff, and then he's holding this simple stick. And so there's kind of like a need for a little more simplicity and not to overcomplicate things. With the Two of Air, being like very in between options, kind of indecisive, like, do I want this one or do I want that one? Do I want to do this or do I want to do that? And it's just been like on your mind so much of like, what should I do? You just want to hit this breakthrough. If you haven't hit the breakthrough yet, you just want to hit this breakthrough in this relationship, and like just feeling like you just don't know where to go. Like, should I do this or should I do that? But the thing is, like, when you're being indecisive, when you're in between a decision, it's like so much stress on you, you know, like instead of just deciding, you know, I don't know what to do at this time, I'm just going to trust where the universe takes me. that can be beneficial for you to do. If you really don't know what to do, you can make the decision to just decide you don't know and you're just going to trust what happens. For others of you, it can be to just make the decision, like, you know what, this relationship is making me, is really causing a lot of me to feel very overburdened and overwhelmed and drained, and I'm going to take back my power and I'm just not going to do it anymore. Or it can be like, okay, you know what, I'm feeling overburdened, overwhelmed, overdrained. I'm going to take back my power and I'm going to speak my truth to this person. And I'm just going to end this cycle. I can't just go and not say anything. Like, that's not helping me. He can't read my mind, or she can't read my mind, or whatever the case is, you know. And this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship either. This can be a business relationship. This can be a family dynamic. This can be so many things. But there's a need to really speak your truth and take back your power. Like, you know, people can't read your mind. There's a lot of, you know, mental thoughts, a lot of mental chatter going on, a lot of thinking about it, a lot of, you know, so much going on in the mind, and there's just a need to, you know, slow down a little bit and be patient and rest. I'm looking at this pillow right here. Allow transformations to occur, allow the beauty to blossom. I'm looking at that flower. And just allow more peaceful energy to envelop you. And you know, there's just a need to, because there's this indecisiveness is just causing your mind so much mental chaos and mental chatter that it's just like, there's just a need to speak your truth and take back your power here, and just, you know, just relax, just trust. It's okay, you know, make it simple for yourself. Don't overcomplicate the thing for yourself. It's not, you know, holding all these things isn't helpful. So just simplify it. Be like, okay, I'm feeling this way. This is not, you know, how I wish to feel or how I wish things to be. So I'm just gonna, you know, this isn't fair. So I need to speak my truth here. I need to end this cycle. And I need to take action steps to end what's happening, to end this chaos in my mind. In this soulmate relationship. So I'm feeling like this is like a relationship that might be just so, a very amazing relationship, but in the relationship, like, you're just not speaking your part in it, you know? You're not taking things in your own power in this relationship. For some of you who this isn't like a very soulmate relationship for, like, then this is like a need to really just make a decision here, though, in general, because in this relationship I'm feeling like you guys might have had a lot of struggles together, but it's all for each other to grow together. So whether that be, you know, you continue to grow together or you part ways, there's a need to trust in whatever's happening, and you know, be patient. Don't start overthinking and having a nightmare for yourself, okay? Like, it's okay. Make it simple for yourself and speak your truth, you know, assert your needs, assert your will. There needs to be like a balance, more communication, more healthy communication in the relationship, you know. Instead of taking things wrong, instead of taking things personally, there's just a need for more authenticity here. We're not avoiding things. If there's something really bothering you, you know, just speak your truth. Just speak your truth. You're so worthy of that. Break through that cycle of the mental chaos, creating your own nightmare. No more of that, okay? Let me roll the dice for pile 4's love and relationships. With Saturn, we have your duties, delays, responsibilities, authorities, your structures. This is mental structures, mental obligations that you're feeling. With the 8th house, we have like taboos, death, rebirth, transformation, intimacy, sex, taxes, you know, other people's money, shared resources. So, you know, there's a need to be more trusting, of course, because this falls on trust, to be more intimate with someone, to be more intimate with this person, because I'm feeling like there's a lot of fears around speaking your truth to this person, but there's a need to, you know, overcome your doubts and insecurities and just trust and be you, be authentic, speak your truth. And if this person doesn't like it, then they are not a soulmate relationship for you, or at least not at this time. Not, you know, don't mess around with that. So don't let anyone speak down to you. And with Aquarius, we have your uniqueness, your originality, humanitarian causes. We have kind of detachedness. In evolutionary astrology, Aquarius can also represent like kind of fragmented parts, like traumas and stuff. So that can be something like, and maybe a need to kind of something about your nervous system, you know, a need to kind of find peace and calm in yourself and in your nervous system. But Aquarius energy, it can be it's very unique and original, but detached and aloof. You can be dealing with an Aquarius too. So let's roll a dice again for pile 4/11 relationships. So we have our North Node, and our North Node is our growth. It's what we're unfamiliar with. So this relationship that you're in is helping you to grow. It's helping you to get in those unfamiliar territories. It's bringing you like exponential soul growth, really. It's bringing you so much growth. But you know, when it comes to growth, there can be a little much, like it can feel like a lot. It can be kind of crazy sometimes, but you know, that's how it works, you know. I don't know. With the 5th house, we have romantic relationships, like we have love affairs here, children, creativity, self-expression, hobbies, interests, you know, that childlike expression. So there's, you know, need for some more play, more fun in your relationships. You might be worrying about a child. You might have a lot of very good ideas too. You might have a lot of very good ideas that you're just not really expressing too. You might be afraid to share these ideas and share your mind with others, with this person. But there's a need, you know, have some fun together. Have some enjoyment. Do something fun together. And with Sagittarius energy, we have your beliefs. And falling on like the crow here, these are beliefs that are kind of keeping you in a nightmare state where you're feeling very maybe traumatic. There might be trauma, scared, fearful energy, paranoid energy. So there is a need to kind of really face those fears and those belief systems that are causing you to do that, and question if they're even true or not, you know. So Sagittarius energy is also faith, belief, optimism, spiritualities, religions, higher knowledge, long distance travels. These can all be relevant things. So we have the light shining in here too. We have this light shining on this this area with the going around the T, swirling around the T, almost as if like I'm seeing like you know, like Tantra, Kundalini unions. T, Tantra. T is for Tantra. Practice some Tantra maybe. As well as our light shining on the Shiva Lingam and the tiger's eye right on the solar portal. So, you know, taking back your power. Don't be afraid to assert yourself. You know, you're worthy of expressing your needs, and you're worthy of taking action, and you're worthy of all these things. Like I'm seeing a lot of Tantra, like Kundalini type of stuff. There's literally a rainbow on my wall right now, which I will show you in a second, but there's literally a rainbow on my wall. But I do feel like this relationship is a very beautiful relationship for you, but there's just a need for some more trust and more intimacy and more clear communication, and make things simple, you know, don't take on too much for yourself. There's just a need, like, communicate with this person. Don't assume. And so that's what I have for you. I'm going to show you this rainbow on my wall. This is really amazing that this rainbow just came in, but I'm going to show you. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please subscribe for more Pick a Pile of readings, and I'll see you next time after I show you this rainbow on the wall. See, there's literally a rainbow on the wall right now. Isn't that amazing?